Palliative therapy. Palliative therapy does not mean no therapy or abandonment, but rather the recognition of a different goal from prolongation of life. Every attempt should be made to ensure that the patients are at home as much as possible while making available the full range of supportive care. Palliation may well include both chemotherapy and irradiation in addition to the blood support. Moral support is invaluable. Coming to the specific treatment, the aim of therapy is to return the peripheral blood and bone marrow to normal, that is complete remission. With induction chemotherapy tailored to the particular leukemia and individual patient's risk factors. The treatment is not leukemia specific but also impairs normal bone marrow functions. It leads to a major risk of life-threatening infections which may be fatal in the short term. Due to the risk of infections, it is necessary to conduct the early therapy in the hospital. Successful remission induction is always followed by further treatment, which is called consolidation. The details being determined by the type of leukemia and the patient's risk factors and the patient tolerance of the treatment. Recurrence is almost invariable if consolidation therapy is not given. Specific treatment till recently complete remission solely morphological. Now with cytogenetics and molecular genetics techniques, the residual leukemic cells can be identified which were not detected morphologically earlier, which are predictive of recurrence. Recommendations have been made to modify the definition of remission to reflect this. Failure to achieve morphological remission with 2 cycles of therapy carries almost as bad a prognosis as the treatment not done. If complete remission can be achieved by new experimental approaches, cure may still be possible with stem cell transplantation. Now coming to the treatment of acute myeloid leukemia. The curative treatment is undertaken in the majority of adults below the age of 60 years if there is no significant comorbidity. Risk of failure is based on the cytogenic pattern. Low risks are treated with moderately intense combination chemotherapy, anthracycline, daunorubicin and cytosine arabinoside. These are commonly being used. Consolidation therapy with a minimum of 4 cycles of treatment given at the 3 to 4 weeks of interval. High risk may only be treated with curative intent if an HLA identified sibling is available for the stem cell transplantation. Intermediate risk should be given consolidation chemotherapy to induce remission followed by sibling matched allogenic transplantation. Apart from this, supportive care. This forms the basis of treatment whether for cure of palliation, avoidance of symptoms of anemia, that is hemoglobin more than 10 grams, repeated transfusion of PEG cells, sometimes in irradiation of cells is required, prevention of control of bleeding, platelet count less than 100,000 in the uninfected and 20 into 10 to the power 9 in the infected patients. Treatment of infections. This is again very important. Prophylactically, education of the patient, relatives, staff about hand washing, isolation, facilities, the use of selected antibiotics and antifungal. Therapeutically, management of fever with prolongation and protocol algorithm of antibiotics and antifungal combination. Control of hyperuricemia with hydration, prophylactic allopurinol. Acute lymphoblastic leukemia. The overall strategy of treatment differs from that of acute myeloid leukemia. Remission is undertaken with combination chemotherapy including vincristine, prednisolone, asparaginase, and usually an anthracycline antibiotic, that is doxorubicin. Once remission is achieved, the consolidation will be determined by risk of failures. Allogenic transplantation is only recommended for those at the highest risk, that is those at the translocation 922, since it is otherwise incurable with conventional therapy. Patients with certain subtypes receive maintenance therapy for 2 years. Difference of treatment for ALL and AML is CNS detected therapy. Prophylaxis is given with intrathecal chemotherapy under the platelet cover as soon as the blast cells are clear from the blood, and depending upon the risk, this may be continued for up to 2 years. This is the chart which shows the basis of our flow chart, how to approach remission induction therapy given in the hospital, post remission therapy, CNS prophylaxis, and maintenance therapy for 2 years. These are the prognostic factors in acute lymphocytic leukemias. You can go through them. And this is the French, American, British classification of acute lymphocytic leukemia. There are different types, goes from M0 to M7, and which have their own characteristics. These are the specific stains by which you can identify myeloblast, monoblast. They are Sudan black, myeloperoxidase, specific esterase, non-specific esterase. Then these are the acute myeloid leukemia with M1 and M2. That is, M1 is without maturation myelocytes, and this M2 is granulocyte maturation. The acute myeloid leukemias, M4 variety, monoblast, myeloblast. These are acute myeloid leukemia with granulocytic and monocytic maturation. This is M5 variety with more of nucleus, and M6 is mainly erythroleukemia. More than 50% of the nucleated marrow cells are erythroid type, and myeloblasts are less than 30%. M7 type is megakaryoblast leukemias, which has myeloblast, megakaryoblast, which is more difficult to treat. The prognostic factors for acute myeloid leukemias, there are good signs and bad signs, with age 40 to 60 years being good, and lymphoid series are better treated, more of lymphoid series than myeloid series. WBC count low is better treated than high, and complete remission can be achieved in acute myeloid leukemia where cell count is less. Multi-drug resistance, difficult to treat. Treatment for acute lymphocytic leukemia, overall acute leukemias, we can know that supportive treatment is there, specific treatment with chemotherapy and radiotherapy, induction or remission, intensification, cranial prophylaxis, maintenance of therapy, and stem cell transplantation. This is all about acute leukemia.